After starting his career as a talented all-around scorer, Ray Allen worked his way into NBA history as one of the league's greatest three-point shooters. A two-time champion, Allen is known for making one of the most iconic shots in finals history.
First time I met Ray Allen, I was a counselor at a camp, and he was in high school. He was a rising senior, and I was in college. He was a military brat. So he grew up jumping around from, Army base to Army base. So he knew how to cut hair. And I needed a haircut, so he cut my hair at the camp. So I knew him as a barber first. But of course, followed him in college and then in the NBA. And he was known as a shooter, and one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA. But I remember Ray in Milwaukee, in Seattle, dunking on you, taking it to the hole.
Here comes Allen. Allen throws it down.
Mid-range game, like just a complete offensive force, who also had a pretty sweet three-point shot as well.
Allen hits a three. Unbelievable Ray.
Ray was a fantastic player right out of the gate.
I'm officially ready to play this game.
He could handle the ball, he could shoot the ball, he was athletic.
Here's Allen on the move down the lane to the pole.
Terrific in transition, but his shooting was his hallmark, even though he was much more than a shooter. His shooting is what, struck fear in the opponents. I mean, he's just one of those guys that can knock down 5, 6, 7 threes in a row.
Ray Allen spotting up for three.
In a lot of different ways, coming off screens with the ball or coming off screens without the ball. His presence just made other players on the team better.
Well, I first saw Ray on the Nike circuit and the basketball circuit where kids play in the summer AU program. And, he was playing for a guy named Tony Squires, and I still remember the first time I saw him and saying, incredibly talented athlete. Not a shooter yet, but an incredibly talented athlete. As a matter of fact, I saw him get 62 points against Riverside Church, one of the famous AU programs in the country. And I said, boy, I'd like to have that guy. I used to talk about shooting. I said, Ray, how many shots do you take? He said, never more than 200. Because every shot, all 200, have to be true game pressure, game shots, which is unusual if you think about it. But that's who he was.
Ray Allen for the game. Got it at the buzzer.
Ray's curiosity about the world, about basketball, about learning, almost unmatched by any person I've ever been around. Great talent, great mind, and incredible focus.
I'll never forget Game 6 against the San Antonio Spurs in 2013. I was on the bench at the time. Things did not look good for the home team. I got this sinking feeling of like, man, is this really happening? We're about to lose on our home floor. Crazy chain of events happen. LeBron misses a three.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh.
Just Bosh gets the rebound and throws it back to Ray Allen. And as soon as Ray lets it go, I'm saying it's good.
Allen from downtown.
I've seen that enough in practice. I've seen that enough before games, during games, after games. I've seen it enough to know when that ball leaves Ray's hand, you can tell if it's good or not. And I said, that's good. And as soon as he hit it, I said, Lord, thank you for sending Ray Allen. And one of the all-time shots in NBA history, considering the pressure, considering the stakes. If we had one guy to take that shot, it'd be Ray Allen.
Smitty, simply put, Ray Allen, one of the great shooters this game has ever seen.
Arguably, like you said, one of the greatest shooters of all time, and obviously his record was broken recently by Steph Curry, but I think people forget that Ray Allen was more than just a shooter. I remember the Milwaukee, Seattle Ray Allen, very athletic, dunking on people, and then also being able to have the ability to step out the three-point line and hit clutch shots, obviously, for Boston, Miami. One of those guys that was a technician, obviously understood his work ethic, dedication, and he was disciplined and wanted all the details, all the I's dotted before he came on the court.
Yes, Smitty, obviously he produced one of the great buckets in NBA Finals history, but he was prepared for those moments, and you got the opportunity to see that up close and personal.
I did, playing with him in the Olympics, just got a chance to see, and he was younger than most of us, how he came out every day and just worked. And obviously, great player before the work ethic. I saw him in college, but with that work ethic, made himself a Hall of Famer.
First time I met Ray Allen, so I'm a fan. He got game, all those things. I'm a big Ray Allen fan. I'm a shooting guard, so he's a shooting guard, so I admired shooting guards. And he gets drafted to Milwaukee, plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. I go to Marquette, and Marquette's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And so we get an opportunity throughout the summer to go up as college players to play against the NBA players. And sometimes the pros would come out of Marquette and they'd play against us. And so I remember the first time I got that call to come over to play at the Bucks practice gym, and they said Ray Allen was playing today. You want to talk about the nerves inside of me, but the excitement at the same time that I was going to get a chance to play against Ray Allen. And so what I remember most about it is going in the locker room, seeing Ray locker. He had all the Jordans. I remember thinking like, oh my God, like he really got all the Jordans, right? And then like Ray coming in and like his clothes looking like laying on him perfect and everything, looking like exactly like he looked on He Got Game. And what I remember most is Ray dunked on me for the game winner. He dunked on me for the game winner, and I never forgot that. Ray, I never forgot that to this day. Like I'm like every time we played each other, I remember that you dunked on me for game winner. But I also remember just being able to play against one of my, one of the guys I looked up to, and being able to play against him and kind of see how he worked. Like after we got done playing, he stayed and got shots. Like I got a chance to see that at a young age. So Ray Allen, it was no surprise to me that he became, one of the greatest shooters that played this game. Obviously winning the championship with him, I would not be sitting here as a 3-time champion if it was not for Ray Allen Game 6. We all know the history. And so just one of the clutchest players to ever play the game of basketball. And thankfully I got a chance to not only have that experience in college, but have that experience of winning the championship with one of the guys I grew up idolizing.